what do you guys want to do?
Are we still invisible?
You are... Well, basically, you are visible now, yes. But the dragon is gone, and Drakhar is on the ground with his units.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here, please.
I agree.
I'm going
to do. Can't exactly fight.
I could throw a few fireballs, but that's not gonna kill everybody down there. There's thousands.
It'll only let them know that we're up here.
Yeah, let's get out of here fast.
I think we should talk to the vizier before we do anything.
Speaking of the vizier, I'm going to say Metere Nuntium Vizier Tadros. And I'm going to send a message to him.
Okay.
I'm going to message is prepare for war. Drakhar is leader with an army, has siege equipment and Red Dragon Alliance. Plans invade south from Istardin. Does the re mean anything? With the question.
Okay. All right. And then what?
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of Dodge. Holy shit.
Let's avoid the whole forest area, please.
Well, I have to skirt along the mountains again for that, right?
Well,
Yes.
you've really got two choices. As you kind of like back away, your guide is backing to as far away from the edge cliff face. Funnily enough, exactly like those Githzeri were. She's basically moving backwards on her hands and knees to make sure that as she stands up, nobody from a further angle happens to notice her.
Yeah, same here. She's got a good idea.
As Radovan...
No.
No, sorry.
I actually had cast an airwalk, but yes, I'm back at it.
That's it. Sorry, Radovan fell down the cliff. Let's just roll the damage now. 15d6.
He was so scared, he just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
Well, wait, so we came going east to west along the mountains, right?
Right. So yeah.
So we're technically looking to the east. Is that accurate? Or
you are from... Yes, you are looking to the east. Now, basically, on the map that we're looking at, here, kind of up and down in this vicinity is the length of the mountains. The forest is over in this vicinity, and you would be... Your shortest route would be through the forest at a southwestern angle, and straight through there, and you'd emerge out towards the Harns Plains tribesman area. Bearing in mind, you've got to get back to Rockhelm, unless you want to take the long way and go all the way back to Iridian yourselves. So you really have a couple of choices. One, follow the edge of this cliff, going this way, and avoid going into the mountains. Avoid going into the forest. You can skirt along the mountains, between the mountains and the forest this way, or you can go that way right into the forests.
I think we would try to avoid the forest at all costs.
So,
and the mountains did have those trolls trying to raid us, right? I mean, that was a longer route too.
They seem to be scared of the fire, though. Maybe we could just do another crazy magic trick. And they'll run away.
Honestly, not too concerned about either of them after seeing the army.
all of a sudden, even the Lord of the Weeping Glade doesn't seem that bad.
Oh, I'm still pretty freaked out by the Lord of the Weeping Glade.
You did set his entire glade on fire.
So
well,
Shara
he did that to
Totally did
himself.
that by yourself. I didn't help at all.
Yeah.
No, it's all your fault, Kia. What the hell?
Oh, God. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, which ironically, if you go this way, is going to take you all the way down in the direct... Basically, you're going to head all the way down, and you're going to end up to the south, where the forest is all ablaze. So ultimately, that's not going to be a particularly good place to go either.
And if we go along
the
the
mountains,
we're not going up into the mountains, but we're along
just
the edges
skirting
of the mountains.
along.
Yeah, basically what you can do is you can travel... if the mountains are here and the forest is here, you can travel along the rim of the forest and then come down. without going into the forest. But you're going to basically be going the entire way along the edge of the mountains with the forest to your left and the mountains to your right. Which has its own issues, because there's nowhere to run.
Well, why don't we
Still
go back the
like
way
that.
we came? I mean, that's the same way, just the other way, but we know the area, right?
You'll just be going back through the forest.
Yeah, but we skirted around
What's
that
left of
area.
it.
Well, oh, yeah.
Well, and you kind of skirted around that one little spot, yeah. But Shara, kind of listening to all of this, says, "Well, if we do indeed follow the edge of the cliff face and avoid the forest in that direction, it will take us dangerously close to the Scarblood tribes.
Ooh.
With the Scarbloods to one side and that infernal army of only Cuthbert knows what to our left, I do not feel comfortable in this at all."
Cuthbert knows what? Sure.
Sphincter says, "What?"
So you're thinking the forest, then, where we are sure to have an enemy chasing us.
"Well, we know that the Lord of the Weeping Vale wishes to do us more harm and is still at large, so it is reasonable to assume that the forest will indeed yield another encounter with him, as it will take several days to travel through it. I do know of one alternate route that we may take, but in truth, I do not know that this would be any safer than the ones we already have at large to us to look at.
Yes.
What route is this?
If we
Through the army. Sorry.
we can enlist in the army. No. Let us join the winning side. Yes. Screw my people. Screw the king. No, she basically says, she says, no, that is, if we continue between the forest and the mountains. In truth, we will have to go past where those horrible forest trolls attacked us, but if we continue past there, I know of a subterranean cavern that will take us beneath much of the forest and hopefully bypass being seen and being acknowledged by the Lord of the Weeping Vale.
Question. Why didn't you take us through this cavern on the way here?
Because I believe the forest would be definitely the safer option at that time. I was not aware that this crazed
Douchebag.
fey creature was going to be out for our blood. Now,
Her
knowing
blood,
that he
and I
is
put
there,
it-
I feel that it may be a better course of action. Of course, it has been... I have never myself traveled through them. My people have in the past, but I know it has been over 3 or 4 decades since we have used these. What denizens may be living there now, I do not know. Perhaps you would rather face an enemy that you are familiar with.
Radaman, can't you see the future or something?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
God.
oh God, tell us. Tell us what our future holds.
Good job, Kita.
Just give Keela this little look like, oh my god. Just,
Get out the tea leaves.
I'm serious.
it's not necessarily seeing into the future, but I can.
Is it like divination? Like asking Cuthbert which
Well,
way
I-
we should go?
Didn't necessarily prepare a divin. I mean, it's a kind of divination. It's augury. It's low level, not super powerful. How far is this subterranean cavern?
I believe if we travel along the edge of the mountains, we will reach this in maybe 6 or 7 hours.
Well, let's head to the entrance and see and then I'll perform my spell. Because if it is a failure, we can just then stay above and go the other longer way around, correct?
Alrighty. So you guys want to head in that direction? Sounds like a plan. All right. Oh. Alrighty. Okay. Now, it was pretty late. It was kind of dusk when you got to the top of the cliffs. So it's not pitch black. The moon is full, so there's a good bit of light out here. What do you guys want to do? How far do you want to push it tonight?
We need to get back as soon as possible, so...
Yes.
Are those ogre things nocturnal? I'm gonna ask the girl.
For the most part, they do not seem to like the light.
Great.
But if we happen to go straight past them, that does not mean that they might not try to drag us into the trees and murder us.
Murder. Okay. Thank you. That's
Thanks
nice.
for not sugarcoating it.
Alright, well, I say we press on until, I don't know. I mean, we need to make haste. So
I agree.
Alrighty, so she continues along. She seems to have... She's kind of glancing at the mountainside, infrequently, but constantly is like eyeballing the tree line. Like she's expecting something to come out of there. Which, of course,
I'll
considering...
be listening intently as well.
Alrighty. Everybody make a listen check.
yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. 1d20 equals 10. That's interesting.
0 successes.
There we go. Alrighty, no, that's for her. Right. As you're kind of wandering along the edge, Racer, you can definitely hear something faint moving in the forest, but it's quite a way in.
Am I the only one who hears it, really?
Yeah, I mean, everybody else hears the typical forest noises. You hear a little, a slight rustle here, a twig snap there, but that's nothing too unusual. Probably that's just smaller creatures, smaller animals, but what you hear sounds to be something larger, but a good distance away.
So I'm kind of been sneaking, like, we're staying close to Radovan's side there. And so I'm just going to say, Radovan, I think there's something moving in the forest. It's not super close, but I can hear it.
There's always something moving in those damn forests.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you hear it coming closer, just let us know.
For sure.
Alright, well, upon hearing that, she has moved closer to the mountains and is actually kind of like hugging the edge of the rocks as she travels. Alrighty. You get to the area where you come across... I'm going to move you guys back over here because we're just going to recycle this map quickly.
Blasphemy.
Just to save speed and time. Okay, so up ahead you can see scorched grass and the putrid carcass of that timber wolf that you saw. Right here is where you know this was where the trolls ambushed you before.
What should we do?
Do you like additional listen checks for Reza or?
The noises that you heard have stayed fairly constant
Okay.
as you've traveled on this last about an hour. So you're fairly convinced at this point that something is shadowing you, but it's staying deep into the forest, like has no intention of revealing itself, at least not yet.
So I think after maybe about half an hour of consistent following, I would voice that to the party.
Okay.
I think we're being stalked, guys.
Awesome.
If it is,
Do you want to turn to fight it, or do you want to just keep going?
It's not close enough yet.
Well, it can't be the fey creature. I mean, he was soundless.
I don't think it's loud. It's okay. Would Reza know that it's probably not loud? Like it's too quiet to be trolls, because that's the
It's far enough. It's definitely large,
Okay.
Because it's making enough noise that you can hear it. It's not like the odd twig snap. It's like a...
But it's not 4 or 5 trolls.
It's difficult to tell.
Potentially, okay.
I mean, it's possible it could be the trolls. Again, yeah, it's very not likely that it's the Lord of the Weeping Vale. As Radovan rightly said, he's completely silent. And it's not going to be a treant, because the treant would be crashing through the trees.
Guys, I can't be sure. It could be the trolls, but I just don't know.
Let's just make haste and not stop. And pick up our pace. But, not speak either. Just die.
You don't want to try to...
Just in general.
Okay.
We're not going to take the... Okay. That's fine.
Alright, when she gets towards the carcass, and like right here is where the singe marks are from where Kia dropped the wall of flame.
Run past it.
Not with Radovan. I'll just clang like a bell.
Just don't stop to look at it.
Yeah,
Just walk. Let's go.
It's not like the carcass is going to attack us.
well, we've seen stranger things.
No, God, don't say that.
All right. So you guys basically just shift this back down here. Right. So you're gonna dash past it.
Yeah, I mean, like, not run, but not slow down.
Gonna hustle by it.
Walk with
hustle.
intent.
Okay. Nothing comes out of the trees right here. You make it past that, and it's a good 80, 90 feet behind you. The sounds in the forest have continued, however.
Are they increasing at all?
Pretty much staying fairly constant with you guys. You guys have been kind of like hustling fairly steady, and whatever it is hustling fairly steady as well.
I don't like this.
So I'll just kind of relay that. Guys,
Can't we call it out?
It's changing pace with us. So it's definitely got eyes on us.
Marlo, call it in. No, let's fight it.
I don't
This guy's
know
a coward.
I
What
don't
are you
know if
guys
it's a
talking
guy,
about?
Kia. It might be multiples.
Look, if you guys want to go into the forest and just get killed, be my guest. I'm going to the kingdom to warn about the army, which is much more pertinent than fighting little fuckers in the forest. And I'm just gonna keep walking, like.
So
huffily.
you want them to come to us?
If they come to us, we'll kill them then. We don't pursue them.
I'm gonna
That's
hang my
stupid.
head down and keep walking.
Okay. Well, basically, you continue to travel on for 2 or 3 hours. Annoyingly, the sound has continued for 2 or 3 hours. Basically mimicking your sounds, it's matching your pace, and continues to travel through the forest, far enough away to where there's no sight of it, and it's quiet enough to where most of you can't hear it, but every great once in a while, now you are aware of it, you hear a slight sound somewhere deep in the woods. Of course, Race, you've pretty much, because you're attuned to it, you're kind of tuned into their sound, you're hearing it every step of the way.
Are we there yet?
Just over
I have to pee.
You've got about another 3 hours of travel before you get to where this cave entrance is. Of course, by now, dusk is long gone. It is pitch black. Looking at the tree line is just a sheer wall of shadow. The mountain to your side, on your right side, is extremely ominous, and the moon is just kind of glowing down, bathing this little valley between the trees and the mountain in light.
Shadow.
Press on?
Yep.
Are you asking or telling?
I'm both. I'm so indecisive.
Keep going.
Fine.
I'm gonna hold
Alrighty.
Oh wait, we can see. Never mind. Bathed in light.
Yeah, no, you guys can see. All right. Well, you continue on. Anything in particular, or are you just going to continue at a steady pace?
I'm just gonna keep listening. If there's any change to the sound, I will let everybody know.
All right. After about 2 hours, there is a change. Suddenly, they seem to quicken their pace. And they're either getting further into the forest, or they're getting further ahead of you. Make another listening check to see if you can discern which. That'll do it!
Sweet!
Yes.
Natural 20!
Hacks. Total hacks.
There you go. If you bet on Bane for the first 20, you got some gold.
Patience, Llama, Nazanin, and Tetra, and Voodoo. Yeah!
There you go. Your faith is rewarded.
That is the
Alright.
same thing I rolled on my other listen check. What?
Yep. Okay. Right. Yeah. To you guys, it's just become even less hearable. Racer, however, with your incredibly keen ears and your paranoia-like listening,
Yep.
based on the direction of the sound, it is moving. It hasn't gone any deeper into the forest. It's moving ahead of you. Whatever it is trying to get in front of you.
Guys. Guys, they're moving in front of us. I can hear.
Shit.
Oh, let's rush then.
Yeah,
Let's
they're coming
run.
around.
Yeah, we could do that, but you.
Yeah, do you want us to carry you?
It's not really a
go.
run for you, is it? It's more of a saunter. More of a leisurely stroll.
Let's start running.
Okay, are you guys...
With that, I'm gonna
Are you sprinting or are
clicking
you
it.
running at a Radovan pace?
Radovan pace.
Radovan pace.
Okay, so basically you guys are
technically,
fast
can't you
jog.
just dimension door me respectively when the distance
Yeah, I'm
becomes
not
too
gonna
great?
waste my spells just because you suck at running.
I'm gonna fall behind the party.
How far?
Not far behind, but I just want to be able to.
Give me an approximate amount of feet.
Well, if I could stop hopping around on roll 20, that'd be great.
You're clearly fidgety.
It's all the coffee we've been drinking.
30 feet. 30 feet's good.
Okay. Alright. Alrighty.
I'm gonna keep looking behind us, even though they said Race has said in front of us, but I'm gonna keep an eye behind us.
More paranoia. Okay. Alright, so you continue to run at Radovan speed.
Is this called running?
Jogging. You jog. Okay, Racer.
Yes.
It sounds like with the speed that you guys are doing, you're kind of keeping up with them. Like they're not moving any faster than you are. But then, of course, even though you're slowed by Radovan's armor-clad pace, they're moving through a forest. So they've got their own obstacles to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay. Eventually, as you're beginning to kind of, going along, and the Shara says, "It should not be far now. I recognize some of these rock formations on the side of the mountains. We should be looking for a cliff. Somewhere where there is a cavern above us. It may be difficult to see in this light."
Okay. We'll keep a watch out then, okay?
Alright. Okay. All of a sudden, the sounds have ceased in the forest. They have stopped.
As soon as I hear that, I will tell you.
Alright, I'm going to move you guys.
Keep
here.
going.
I just want to have a Gandalf moment. You shall not pass.
Isn't that sort of what Kia did last time?
Yeah, pretty much.
She didn't shout it though.
I'm sorry.
She missed
Gold
she missed an opportunity for dramatics.
Such a missed opportunity. Oh well.
Okay. Right. As you continue along, you've noticed that the gap between the trees and the mountains is starting to widen. As you're heading forward here, it's like you notice that the rock is kind of like beginning, as you're running now, instead of running on kind of like forest-like terrain, you're running on more kind of grassy crags.
Okay. Keep going.
All
Try to
right.
stay off your back here.
Let me change screens for you.
Ooh.
A new map instead of the old one over and over.
Yep. Well, you know, seeing as you're basically just traveling,
Yeah, it's not really necessary. To
I'm not doing 50 maps that are all the same when I can just move an icon.
That's understandable.
Lazy.
All right.
We're like, oh, that tree moved.
Right. She is like going along here and actively like looking up and checking the rock face.
I am going to. Oh, I don't know if I should. I was going to say activate my shield, but that might be bad. You don't know what I was thinking of doing. I was thinking to
I
myself.
know what you're thinking, okay.
Yeah, read my blog article, damn it.
I did.
I'm thinking of using my shield. I stop him from doing that!
This is the time you always activate your shield.
It's always at 3
hunted.
That's that
a.m.
look on your face. You know that I'm about to activate my shield look.
Right. What's that?
Alright, I
Okay.
guess I'll start looking with her then.
Yeah, I'll be looking as well. Might as well.
All right. Okay.
Not me. I'm looking the other way.
Yes.
Reese's
Okay, so
got me
Marlo,
paranoid
you are
too.
watching the tree line intently, right?
Yes.
Okay, she is looking
I'm
at the
doing all.
mountains. Kia is looking at the mountains. Radovan, where's your main focus? I mean, of course, you can glance backwards and forwards, but...
My main focus is on the ground because I don't want to break my ankle.
Okay.
It looks
Yeah,
dangerous.
it's pretty... I mean, it's pretty rocky terrain. I mean, it's not easy to walk over this stuff. So, I mean, it's slow going at this point for you
You let
guys.
us know how that goes.
All right.
That came out way bitchier than I had intended.
Win how you are. That's the unintentional bitch face thing going on there.
Right?
All right. Okay, everybody, if you're searching the mountain for a cave entrance, go ahead and make a search check for me.
She rolls a 2 and still gets a 20.
I know, right?
Right? Crazy.
Shit.
I was wondering if anybody would comment on that. Didn't take long.
No. Yeah, I think her search and spot is just about maxed out,
Yep.
and then it's loaded up with lots of bonuses. All right. Okay, basically, yes. About 100 feet up, you can see what appears to be a cave entrance.
Wall boss.
She seems to see it about the same time you do. Ah, yes, there it is. Now, if I remember, there are some easier ways to climb this. There were some footholds that made it somewhat easy to get to. But, as I said, it has been a long, long time since I have heard of anybody traveling this way, and I have never laid eyes on them myself. Should we risk trying to travel this rocky cliff face in this darkness, or should we perhaps wait till morning? What do you think, oh Divine One?
What does
Please
the bottom
don't-
of the cliff face look like? Can we tuck in behind some rocks or can sleep?
There's a
Or-
lot of brush. I mean, if you was to lay down, you could pull a lot of it over you, like low-hanging bracken and briar, like not big bushy bushes, but you know, it would be suitable for hiding from Crabine from Dunland anyway.
After
So
she
when
says that,
Shara says that, oh, Divine One, I'm just going to kind of look at Radvan and be like, yeah, Radvan, what should we do?
Yeah,
what should we
Radavan.
do? Seems
Well,
like a
you-
conundrum.
Well, your highnesses, honestly, I think we should hold up until morning and try to get our rest.
Excuse me?
I think we should climb.
I think we should climb too. I look to Marlo. What do you think?
What?
Should we climb or rest where there are people obviously chasing us right now?
I'm not worried about either, but how well can you climb in that, Radovan?
Not very well.
So you want to try to
And-
do it in a dark, or you wanted to stay. Never mind. Well,
Think about it
guys
this
are all
way,
trying to-
Marlo. Marlo, think about it this way. If we try to rest down here and we're attacked, you can fight them outright, right out here in the open. Probably get some good licks in.
are you
You
passionate?
climb there, you probably won't fight them at all. Because, unless they pursue us. We can lay a trap
Marlo's
right
at what
here
you're
while we
Marlo's gonna
rest.
stare at Radovan and then say, "I think we should climb."
Oh, that's interesting.
You were patronizing to her. You can fight them.
No, I wasn't. I was saying I was saying we lay a trap here so you can fight them if they attack.
Ratto fail. Diplomacy check?
Okay. If she thinks I was being patronizing, then that's her prerogative, but I actually wasn't.
Hey, everyone's on edge, man. Everyone's on edge. Tension's afraid.
Can Raisa look and see if she can maybe find these footholds?
You can make a search check. The biggest problem is a lot of them are overgrown. But
I'm gonna look around and be like, do you guys forget the spell that I have?
apparently you did.
No, nobody's even asked me. I'm gonna cast
make a-
Spider Climb on
Spider
Raisa.
climb.
Okay, so you cast Spider Climb on Racer. All
Who
right.
cares about the footholds? You're a spider now. Go, be free. Climb.
Spider pig, spider pig.
Remember
Does
you used to
whatever
for
a spider
that
pig
weird
does.
slug thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, up you go. So you want to climb up the 100-foot?
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty. Looking into the cavern entrance, it is about 15 foot wide, about 10 foot tall, and it goes down and down and down into the darkness.
Actually, before I climb up, because I can see how high it is, I will ask Kia for her rope.
Oh. Let's see if I can.
And I will take that up with me
Oh.
because I have 50 feet of my own rope. So I will take it to the top, tie the two ropes together, anchor them up top. I've got climbing spikes that I can use to anchor it if I need to,
Okay.
as a secondary, helpful.
Alright, so you're going to lower the rope down. So everyone's basically got rope to assist their climbing. So if you wish to climb using the rope, you can do so with a +4 on your climbing skill.
It's cool up here.
Are you guys good at climbing?
I'm gonna go last just in case I have to boost somebody. And by
Alright.
somebody, I mean Radovan.
I'm gonna cast Spider Climb
I'll
on
make sure he gets
Radovan.
up there safely.
Okay, so Radovan now also has Spider Climb.
Interesting.
Go.
I guess that's what I'll do.
Alright.
I don't trust your climbing, man. Not even with a rope.
Hey.
Those you're wise to. It would be a +1 instead of a -3.
Alright, well, you can skitter scutter your way up the top.
I do so, and I offer Shara to take her with me if I can hold on to her as well.
I don't. How much can you carry?
Such a creature must have its
Spider-Climb?
hands free in order to climb this mountain. So gains a climb 20.
She'd have to be on your back.
I'll put her on my back. If it'll work.
Strong man.
He's pretty strong.
Go Rados.
You, Jane, you do know that to employ spider climb, you have to eat a spider, right?
No, I eat spiders without even using it.
A drop of vitamin and a live spider, both of which must be eaten by the subject. Oh, so
No,
Sometimes
you've
it's
got to eat.
fine.
She
We gotta
doesn't
eat
have
it.
to
Oh,
eat the
okay.
spider. You have to eat the spider, Mister.
well, I
Eat
eat
your words.
spiders for
The fucking
breakfast.
spider. I'm not gonna roast it for you, you little
Yeah,
baby.
Race is suddenly like,
He's
is
like-
that what I've been eating this entire time?
Kia's like, your turn, Radovan. Just slams the spider into his mouth.
Yeah, Racer thought that they were like yummy little raisin treats.
Baby
Look,
spiders.
A candy bar.
All right. Okay. Go ahead and climb then, Rado.
With Shara on my back, is that possible?
It is.
Go slowly. Have the rope if I need to grab onto it. Yeah. So that's what I do. I take her
All
up.
right. Okay. She peers ominously into the darkness and she says, I'm not so sure that this was a good idea.
You'll be fine.
All right, Kia. Are you
I
feeling
think-
like an arachnid snack, or are you going to try to climb the rope?
I'm gonna cast it on both of us, and then I'm going up.
All right. You get to the top. Marlowe's last. Checking the ground below her. And up she goes. Alrighty. Well, that brings us to the perfect stopping point for our first break.